My family is my friends.
I understand that. For me, that's how I feel about my friend Michael, you know.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael. Well, it looks like Laura and Michael's pickleball days might be coming to an end. But Beer Can's gambling days have just begun. The dude's a prodigy. Just because he's $50K in debt, Laura wants him to quit following his dreams. What kind of horrible person does that? Laura traveled across the world to meet her 25-year-old boyfriend for the first time, and so far it's been... you know, it's been. I will say, there are far worse couples on this show. It's not like this has been a train wreck. I just don't know where it's going. I don't know if Beer Can knows where it's going either. He seems like a go-with-the-flow kind of guy. He's a free spirit, you know? He's not bound by debt. He's beyond that shit. He doesn't need to... He doesn't need to worry about it. He only acquired the debt for the bad boy aesthetic. That's what it was all about. Laura did say she wanted a bad boy. Well, here he is. He's in a bunch of debt. Is that bad enough? He's trying to run away from his debt. That's some bad boy stuff, if you ask me. When we last left off, they had a pretty awkward introduction, and then Beer Can told her to go in the other room so he could watch Peppa Pig. Laura felt lonely, so she started texting Michael, who is the guy back home who she's probably in love with.
It is so ironic and kind of concerning that I'm getting more attention from Michael than I am from the man that I flew halfway around the world to meet.
It's so weird. I'm getting more attention from the guy I spend every single day with all the time than the random dude I met online. I get it though. Michael just wants to check on me and make sure that I'm okay, and also make sure that Beer Can isn't the kind of person to gamble away his life savings. He's gonna win big soon though. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. If Laura was truly committed to dating a bad boy, then she would acquire his debt.
And I don't know, maybe he's hiding something? Or maybe he's just not attracted to me in person.
Or maybe he's literally hiding, because I haven't seen him in a couple days now. He told me he was shy, but I didn't think he was gonna crawl under the couch to avoid conversation. He's going to tremendous lengths to just pretend I'm not even here. I'm pretty sure he thinks if he does this long enough, I'll just leave.
But either way, I'm just kind of questioning why I'm even here at this point.
Yeah, I'm questioning a lot of things. So yeah, she goes to bed alone while he just sits out there on the couch. He seems quite immersed in what he's watching. He even put the little pillow behind his neck for comfort. I don't know if I've ever seen an image that resembles the bad boy aesthetic better than this. So the very next day, which is only Laura's second day there, they go to see a plastic surgeon because she's planning to get skin removal surgery. She's opened up on the show about how she's lost weight over the last few years, and Beer Can is actually very supportive. Even though it's a bit awkward for him to go along with her, he handles this much better than a lot of people on this show would.
More rain.
Yeah, God loves us.
I feel like he's crying on us.
We are bringing bliss wherever we go.
Okay.
So they sit down in the waiting area, and Laura is feeling nervous because she's not even entirely sure if Beer Can is attracted to her. And it's not like he's the most expressive person. It's very difficult to tell what he's thinking. I don't remember if I said this last time, but it always looks like he's about to start laughing, like there's some kind of inside joke that he knows that you're just not in on. But he's very reassuring to Laura, and it sounds like based on what he's saying, he is attracted to her.
Laura thinks too much about her appearance. If you ask me, I'm happy with my teeth because it is my teeth. I'm gonna eat with that. So who cares? But
What?
this is her body and she's not happy with that. That's why I support her.
Alright, well, it sounds like he does support her. I don't really know what the whole teeth comment was about. I think he's just saying that if it's your body, it's your decision, so don't let somebody else convince you to change your teeth because they want you to eat food differently. I think that's what he's saying. That's gotta be it. Either way, I think he's got the right spirit, I'm pretty sure. So the appointment is relatively uneventful, but it leaves Laura feeling embarrassed and unsure about how Beer Can feels about her. But luckily, he is extremely reassuring, and it seems like he says all the right things.
And you are gorgeous. I will always be on your side. Okay?
Beer Can, you're so sweet.
Okay.
But things definitely take a turn when they go to dinner later and he just casually mentions the debt. It's actually hilarious how he does it. It's so nonchalant. It's like he expects her to just skip right over it. She asks him about his past because apparently he moved somewhere and then moved right back and didn't have a place to stay, and she never really got all the details as to what happened. All he ever told her was that he had trouble finding a job and had to move back.
So you were living here and then you moved.
Yeah.
I feel like I got bits and pieces through like texts, but I don't really know like the full story, what's going on.
Yeah, that's too bad. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Let's just enjoy dinner and not ruin it with questions about stuff. Nobody wants to We don't want to do that. I don't know if I should go into detail about this. It's not really fitting the whole bad boy vibe I'm trying to cultivate. So once again, it sounds like these two did not talk in the greatest detail, and I don't think they've known each other for that long. I think it's been about a year or less. People on this show that haven't known each other for that long, it seems like they tend to leave out big details, and then they hope they can casually slip them in later on in person. It's like they think once they're in person together, it's going to be more difficult for them to walk away, which unfortunately is often the case. It's easy to leave a bad boy when you're talking to him online, but once you're in his presence, it's a completely different story. For whatever reason, Laura finds Beer Can irresistible, and for the short term, his plan seems to just be ignoring the problem and trying to make her laugh whenever she brings it up.
I couldn't find that job, so I came back again without a place to stay. And my debts and my jobless situation.
Did you hear that? He just tried to slip it in there. He just tried to slip a quick debt in there. It's not like he has student loans or something. This is because of gambling. I feel like it's relatively important that he tells her this. She needs to know that she's dating a prodigy. Why wouldn't you tell her this sooner? Even just considering the information that Laura knew, this does not fit the reliable man that she claims she's looking for. It sounds like he's still kind of immature and getting his life together. She knew that. It's not like that part was even hidden.
Did you say your debt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is it?
I don't want to give you a heart attack.
Oh, well, that's a good sign. That's something you always want to hear when somebody's about to tell you something big. I don't want to give you a heart attack, Laura. You might want to sit down for this one. You might want to stand up and sit down again to get the full effect. Stand up, count to 5, then sit down again and take a deep breath. What I'm about to tell you is going to change everything you thought you knew about bad boy aesthetics. I may be in a little bit of debt, but it's okay. I have a plan. I bought an RC Cola vending machine. I was thinking we could charge people 25 cents a pop. Well, I didn't really buy it. I took it from I dug it out of a dumpster. I stole it from... I don't have an RC Cola vending machine. Hell, I got nothing. That was my backup plan. Not the vending machine. To lie about the vending machine. Couldn't get that one past you. You're good.
I think 50K.
Like Turkish lira, that's what, 1,500 bucks? That's like,
I hope it was in Turkish liras.
so 50K in US dollars?
I see potential for a romantic comedy here. You know, Laura and Michael are in a pickleball competition and the prize is exactly $50,000. She's like, don't worry, Beer Can, we're gonna work really hard for you. We're gonna win that money and everything's gonna be good and we're gonna live happily ever after. But he's not so sure how to feel about them winning the money for him, so he enters a poker tournament and get this, they're on the same day. Who's gonna go to whose event? Is she gonna drop out of... All right, what am I doing?
Did not know any of this.
Well, now you do.
It's not a big deal.
It's no big deal.
It's
Just calm
not?
down.
It feels like a little bit of a betrayal because he wasn't forthright in our online conversations.
All right, but if she actually considered him to be her boyfriend and she was taking the relationship seriously, how did they not have more of a discussion about this? I understand that he was the one not being forthright, but that also means that she accepted his vague answers about his job situation. To me, it sounds like she spent a lot of time hanging out with Michael and playing pickleball, and she had a very surface level relationship with Beer Can. I don't know how often these two talked, but it didn't seem like they had the 24/7 always being in contact kind of relationship that some couples on this show have. So it kind of makes sense that there would still be some big things they don't know about each other, although in this case it's pretty clearly deliberate. It's not like he just hadn't mentioned it yet, he was obviously putting it off.
Birkan told me multiple times that his intention was to be this protective provider as a husband. And I'm questioning how.
Yeah, I've been questioning that since the beginning. She told her friends that he seems especially mature for a 25-year-old, but I don't really know if that's the case. It's not like it's impossible to find someone in their 20s who's capable of what she's looking for, but it's certainly going to be a lot more difficult. You're probably going to have to compromise a little bit in terms of maturity and life experience and, yes, financial support. But also, you know, most people aren't going to be 50K in debt unless it's student loans. I just don't really understand the people on this show who want a hardworking, supportive, loyal husband, but then they date somebody who's essentially just a fantasy for them. Just look at Darcy and Georgie. It's sad. She deserves much better. I've met rocks that have more personality than Georgie. I feel like every time I see this guy, this is what he looks like. Just laying down, half conscious, making grunting sounds, looking for money to take from Darcy. I don't know why Darcy and Stacy have to incessantly date human boulders who are only capable of mustering up 1 or 2 sounds per day. This is a stereotype at this point. These women with huge personalities who date a guy who just lays on the couch going, ugh. So Georgie, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could go shopping. We could go to dinner. We could... Oh, don't make that face. You make that face every day. That's the only face you make. Oh, don't give me that sound. You make that sound every day.
I didn't let you know because I am trying to figure out everything myself.
But, I mean, if we're talking about sharing our life together.
So he's saying that he didn't tell her because he wanted to figure it out himself, which is probably true. That's usually the mindset of somebody who is gambling a lot. It seems to be a common belief that you can win your way back out of the hole you dug yourself into, but that is incredibly unlikely. Obviously, not all gambling is identical, and there are some card games that require more skill than others, but still, the vast majority of gamblers do not win money. Otherwise, casinos wouldn't be profitable businesses. The problem is, if people are really into gambling and they hear that 95% of people will lose money, then they just think, okay, well, I have a 5% chance. I just got to get that 5%. It's almost worse to put it into statistics. It just makes them want to gamble on that. Which brings us to today's sponsor, No. Could you imagine? So anyway, now is the moment where Beer Can tosses around the idea of just running away from his debt, just taking off into the blue like Forrest Gump. Beer Can Gump doesn't really have a nice ring to it. Let's just forget I put that out there. But seriously though, telling her that he wants to run away from his debt is obviously going to make her think he's using her.
If I'm not in that country, who cares how much debt I'm in?
Whoa, that's a good point. I never thought about it like that. You know what? Beer Can actually kind of kicks ass. He likes to live life on the edge. This is all very intentional. He's in debt just to feel alive. He does it for the love of the game. You know you've done something right when your girlfriend looks at you like this.
You're talking about a massive amount of debt.
Yeah.
And you want to run away from it and flee in another country.
Yep, pretty much. So it seems like you understand the plan. I'm glad we're on the same page. That's great. What do you think about this restaurant? This place is nice, huh? Damn it, Beer Can, I'm gonna need some answers here, okay? I'm not gonna let you get off the hook again. I need you to look me in the eye without smiling or laughing, so I know you're not playing a prank on me, and just be honest. Tell me, what's going on here?
You don't have to worry about my debts. I always handle my own problems.
Then why
Do I
haven't
have
you
to
done that
marry?
by now?
A Lannister always repays his debts. So he's trying to tell her that it's no biggie. She doesn't need to worry about it. It's not her debts, it's his debts. And this is Johnny Depp. She has a good point though. Him saying he can handle it is not very comforting if so far he hasn't. I mean, for all she knows, they could just not talk about it for a while and next thing you know, it's gotten even worse and he thinks he can still handle it on his own. They don't know each other that well, so she has no reason to trust that he's gonna take care of this on his own. This is a problem.
Because I'm waiting for the right time to figure that out. And the time's close, I know.
Yeah, it sounds pretty urgent. I would probably take care of that. I don't know why you're waiting for the right time. Listen, you're just gonna have to trust me. I'm waiting for the right time to strike. I got some opportunities lined up. Have you heard of esports? Beer Can, we're gonna need a real solution to this. What are you doing? Don't rush me. I feel very rushed, okay? I'm gonna sit on it a few more years, give it some more time, and then we'll decide what to do. Let's let the debt simmer for a while. Eventually, it'll probably just go away. Someone will forget about it, right? But Beer Can, what about interest? I told you I'm not interested in talking about this anymore, and that's final.
In this country, earning money is too hard. If I come to America, I think I can be able to afford my debts and also provide.
Okay.
I don't know enough about Turkey to say how difficult it is to find a job there, but I feel like you can't really blame it entirely on that if you're in debt because of gambling. And everything he's saying just kind of makes it sound like his plan was to go to America specifically for this reason. So far, he seems like a decent guy. He just kept something really big from her and he has a serious problem with gambling, but there's also no way to know because he's such a mystery. He tells her that he's willing to get 2 jobs in America to pay off the debt, and he's also been hustling and working hard recently. But in the following episode, he brings Laura to a hookah bar or something like that with his friends, and it sounds like he's there all the time and he's a regular.
Had a lot of people before I came here say that you would only want to be with me because you would want a green card and money. Hearing that kind of makes it seem like that's true.
So he tells her that if that was the case and he was just using her, he wouldn't be honest about all of this, which I guess is kind of true. Or maybe he's just one step ahead and he's thinking if I do tell her this, she'll be more willing to trust me and it'll be easier to go to America. However, I think both things can still be true. It's not like just because he went looking for someone from America, that means there's no way he possibly could have developed feelings for her. So they decide to stop talking about it for now, and at first I thought it was really weird that she wasn't asking where the debt came from, but then I realized she probably just assumed it was due to his failed businesses that he told her about. Either way, she's not satisfied with his answers and she tries to confront him again, and watch what happens.
What are you doing?
Why are you upset?
I told you why. I'm frustrated that you let things go the way they did.
Why are you mad?
Don't be cute. That doesn't fix this.
You think I'm cute?
Beer Can thinks he's in a romantic comedy over here. Look at him. You could tell he's up to no good. He's trying to just smooth talk and romance his way around all the questions about the debt. It's kind of amazing. I've never seen anything like it. He doesn't take pages from anybody else's playbook. He writes his own. As soon as he started to get her to laugh, I knew this was gonna work. So all he needs to do is just make her laugh every time she brings it up for the rest of his life. That's not too hard, right?
I'm not going to answer that right now.
You gotta ask.
No.
You gotta ask.
I do not have to answer that. You think that
Why
you
are
can
you mad?
stop.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he just interrupted her and kissed her. That's how he avoided the whole conversation, and it worked perfectly. Again, this was just one time. I don't know if it'd play out that way every single time. This was like a get out of jail free card. Or not, I don't know. Maybe he could try this over and over again and see how many times it works.
I'm still feeling nervous about what his intentions are, but this is probably all of the fantasies I had kind of rolled into one in that moment.
Oh man, I wonder what Michael would think about this. Which, by the way, Beer Can and Michael do have a confrontation within the next couple episodes. It seems like she's getting the romantic excitement that she wants in her life from Beer Can, but the stability and friendship from Michael. Maybe if he just stopped doing damn bunny ears and stepped up, this wouldn't be happening right now. After every pickleball victory, she's expecting, oh, maybe a hug or a kiss even. Nope, bunny ears. Beer Can provides her more than pickleball and bunny ears. He can give her kisses and a ton of debt. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. Maybe next time we can see the showdown between Beer Can and Michael. There's also a new season of Love is Blind, so I'm thinking of checking that out. But yeah, let me know what you'd rather see in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.
Having a hot Turkish guy push you up against the wall and make out with you, I don't know what it is. I just can't resist him.
All my debts